Yes, yes, guys. Hope everything is well. Hope everyone is well. We are back with a new live stream talking about how Anye, I can't even say his last name, Postecoglou will benefit Tottenham or will improve Tottenham Hotspur. Welcome back to Spurs Live. Hope everyone's doing well. If you do want to be added to the live stream, you're more than welcome to join. As usual, we will put the StreamYard little thing here. There we go. Post it all platforms. Since we are on all platforms, alrighty. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Angel Postecoglou. Let's start with Angel. Let's just call him Angel. Angel is linked with Tottenham Hotspur move. Huge move for Angel, the Australian Celtic manager currently. He has now won the Scottish Premiership with Celtic and has done an unbelievable job for the Scottish team, Celtic. Now, I want to first of all address a couple of matters that Tottenham Hotspur will need to do once appointing Ange to So number one, first of all, is the most simple one. It is signing players that will play Ange's system or system, which means he doesn't like to play with wing backs. So we will have to play Pedro Porro and whoever our left wing back, Undoji, as a fullback. So number one, this is how he likes to play. He likes to play with two at the back, okay, three in the midfield, and then three in attack. But then the two fullbacks drift inside, so the two midfielders go forward. That's how he likes to play. Now, he enjoys possession football. He enjoys possession football. Possession. That's all he cares about. Possession football. Now, we've been struggling a lot with possession. It's going to be a bit of a problem. He has a similar style of play to Pep Guardiola, in a way. So again, let me explain to you very detailed. All right. Again, Ange has come to Tottenham Hotspur. He's got. Let's start up with the lineup. What he will have. He will have Fraser Forster in goal. He will have on the right. He'll have Pedro Porro. He'll have on the left. He'll have Undoji. He'll have centre backs. Let's give him three centre backs. Let's give him Eric Dyer, Clement. No, yeah, I think Clement Lenglet is going to go back. So let's say Eric Dyer, Cuti Romero, and Ben Davis. And then two midfield, he'll probably have Højbjerg and Bentancur. Let's face it, Højbjerg and Bentancur. And then three up front will be probably Kulusevski, Son, and Kane. Now, Kane, Son, and Kulusevski, according to Ange's previous plan for Celtic, he enjoys the high press. So which means Ange's forward, which is Kane, Son, and Kulusevski, will all pressurize the back line, which Celtic's back line. Let's say the opposition. So Harry Kane, Kulusevski, and Son will be pressurizing the opposition, which leaves the fullbacks as well will be going high up. Pedro Porro and Undoji will both be going high up to help with the press. That's very important to know. They'll help with the press, which leaves us in a sticky position. Why? Very simple one. We've got so let's say the defense is like this. You got the keeper here. You got three centre backs here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the three centre backs are here as usual. Yeah, fair enough. Three centre backs here, but then you've got the two midfield, and the rest are already up. The rest already here on the front line. They're already front line pressurizing. So we're gonna have a slight problem because we need someone to assist attackers because Kane, Son, and Kulusevski and Pedro Porro won't and Undoji won't all be able to just go press and not leave anything. So what Ange does is Ange enjoys the press forward and lets the left back drift in towards the midfield area to create more of a three at the back and then three in the midfield. allows Pedro Porro to go forward, which basically means forward attack, which is Pedro Porro, Kulusevski, Kane, and Son. 3 in the midfield, which is Undoji, who's drifting inwards. Undoji, Bentancur, and Højbjerg, with 3 in at the back. Now, what happens now is that usually 2 of the midfielders go up, go and help the attack. This is according to what Ange does. Ange lets his midfielders go up because they're better quality than the wing back. So once they got the ball, they allow 2 of the midfielders to go up. The wing backs or the full backs to drop back. So therefore, they still have the 2 in the midfield, but they've got 2 in the midfield and 3 at the back, which is where you could say 2 in midfield, 2 in the defense, and 3 in the midfield, to make it more solid. Now, how does that help? Is because the midfielders have better technical abilities than the wing backs. For instance, Undoji and Pedro Porro don't have the same quality as Bentancur and Højbjerg. Imagine Bentancur and Højbjerg going up, helping Kane, Son, and Kulusevski whilst they're on a counter-attack. But talking about counter-attacks, this is where the little bit of a tricky bit comes in. If we get catched on the counter-attack, we are in for a long night. Yo, Chelsea fan, good to see you, mate. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to join. Would love to hear your take on Mauricio Pochettino joining you lot. So, sorry, where was I? Okay, again, so fullbacks coming up, helping at the top. Okay, then you've got the midfielders who are also helping at the top. But then we got the counter attack that we need to now defend. Now, the question we all need to be asking ourselves is, can we rely on Cuti Romero, Eric Dyer, Ben Davis, let's say Undoji, and let's say Pedro Porro to defend that counter attack? Questionable, which basically, I keep on saying basically, which means the 5 will be 3 in the midfield and 3 at the back. Or more like 3 in the midfield, sorry, and 3 at the back and 2 in the midfield. But then you've got the wings that they'll counter. Mahrez for City will counter us. Grealish counter. United, you've got Anthony will counter. Rashford will counter. So we've got work to do in terms of signing top quality defenders if Ange does want to bring his style play to Tottenham Hotspur. Now, in the long run, how does it exactly help us? It helps us many ways. Okay. Number one, hang on. Number one, you've got the fact that it's attractive football. It demands a lot of press, like Antonio Conte. Not Antonio Conte press, but I mean Antonio Conte's football training sessions in terms of press. And he enjoys the press, and he enjoys the position football. He likes the position football, something that Tottenham Hotspur don't like right now. So it's going to be an interesting way to maneuver the Tottenham Hotspur mentality in terms of not keeping the ball to it's time to keep the ball, lads. It's time to keep the ball. If I bring up the Scottish Premiership, you can see obviously Celtic won the league, 99 points. Now, what's interesting to see, if we go into any of their games, literally any of their games, we can see the fact that let's go to their 1-0. No, it's the semi-finals. Let's go to match day 31 against Rangers. Now, I have not looked at it, but you can see automatically. As our Rangers fan, I hope Tottenham gets him. Because I would love Celtic to lose him and see the Celtic fans cry. Mate, look, at the end of the day, I'm not too sure. The chat's going a bit bizarre right now. I'll tell you what, the chat's going a bit bizarre. Why? In my group chat, because one person wants Tottenham Hotspur to sign, and hey, the Spurs thing fell. One person wants Tottenham Hotspur to sign, and hey, the other couple say. No, sorry. What? So a couple say yes, we need to sign Ange. One says no, we shouldn't. Now I'm stuck in between. I don't really know because he doesn't have too much experience. And let's be honest, at the Scottish Premiership, many people can win the Scottish Premiership. You don't need to be an absolute genius to win it. No disrespect to the league at all. So where does this come in? So look, in terms of the Scottish Premiership, let me try bring this on. I want to try bring this. It's very very interesting. It's very very interesting. This Anhey slot. Anhey slot. Anhey Postecoglou. Oh, I can't even say his name. Where are we? There we are. All right. So 9 shots, 8 shots. This is their 3-2 win. 7 shots on target, 3 shots. So you can see they have got the counter attack. Or if this is the sorry, forgot to even share it. So you consider they've got the shots. Yeah, sure. Something Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, have they got it? Kane's got it. Yeah, sure. Son's been off form. Shots on target 7. Possession 55. Now this is something I forgot to touch on, which is very, 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 very important. Yes, United Spurs. Yes, hope all is well. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to join. We'd love to have you on. This is something important to realize. He enjoys short passes, only short passes, and you know that's. I mean that's going to be it's going to be a slight issue. This is the reason. This is the reason why it's going to be a slight issue. If you've got Bentancur and Højbjerg up front, sure, short passes are going to work for you, but you need to maneuver it now. You need to move the ball now to the attack. How are you doing it? How? It's going to be very, very, very questionable, because if we don't sign a cam, because Maddison looks like he's going to go to Newcastle, then yeah, then it's going to be a big deal for Tottenham Hotspur. Sorry about that. Again, you can see here 79% pass accuracy, 75% pass accuracy. Look, in terms of the passes, I think you guys get it. It's a big stat for them. I'm gonna try and move it to a different game of theirs. Let's see if I can get like a recent game. Well, their recent game they won 5-0. Let's have a look at this. Well, obviously, the possession they have more. 76 possession. I know I took off the thing, but here I'll put it on for you lot if you want. There. Absolutely dominated. What team is this? Yeah, absolutely dominated. I don't even know what team this is. You can see, 20 shots, 8 shots on target, 76 possession, 681 passes. Now that is mental in my opinion. That is absolutely mental. Something that I'm not too sure if Tottenham Hotspur can do. So I would like to hear your thoughts. Can Tottenham Hotspur do that? Can Tottenham Hotspur start pressurizing the attack? Start causing them some problems, because what problems have Tottenham caused so far? I mean, it's questionable, isn't it? Sorry, got a massive cold. Yeah. All right. Now moving on to the signings Tottenham Hotspur have to make. Tottenham Hotspur have to make several signings. Sorry, it's getting a bit hot in here. Several signings. Number one, we definitely need a goalkeeper. Now, let me start with goalkeeper. I wouldn't mind Fraser Forster B for the rest of the season if we don't get a keeper. But I want a keeper. I need a keeper now. I think we've been over this. We need a keeper. Question is, will Daniel Levy invest once again in Tottenham? Because did it pay off last season to invest in Tottenham? Let's be honest. He's lost money. He has lost money. When chairmen go and invest in their club at the beginning of the season, for instance, Daniel Levy, he invests in Tottenham Hotspur. He's expecting. He's not hoping, because hoping, like I said, I hate that word. Hoping is incorrect. It's needing and expecting Tottenham Hotspur to make back the money. That's the thing. So when you go sign 60 mil Richarlison, has Richarlison scored, or has Tottenham Hotspur gotten back that 60 mil? That's a question out there for you lot. Let's add some more. The money we spent for Bissouma, have we got that money back this season? That's the question. So about that. Have we got the money back this season? Not too sure. Fraser Forster. He's come in, and I think he's worth the money, 100%. Without him, we'd probably be stuck with Hugo Lloris and no keeper. So fair play. Was he worth the money? Yes, he was. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Was he worth the 40 something mil we paid for him? Question out there. I like him very much. Um, I'll hop on if you're still live in like 20-ish minutes. Yeah, we'll still be going probably. We'll probably be still going. Was he worth the money? Not too sure. We've got a lot of players here that we can question if they were worth us signing. Lenglet, in my opinion, absolute just terrible. Just terrible. Why sign a centre back that is just so bad? I mean, really is bad. He really is bad. Let's be honest, he really is bad. I mean, we signed Fraser Forster, Pedro Porro, no, Fraser Forster, Bissouma, Richarlison, Lenglet. Who have I missed? I've missed so many, but you see, they've made zero impact on the game. Literally zero impact on the game. Okay, Romero, whatever, we know. Perisic. Perisic. Was it worth signing Perisic? He regrets joining Tottenham Hotspur. Arnautovic Danjuma. Looks like we're not going to be getting him. Not worth it. Barely played a single game for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, let's have a little look in the past. This year. What deals have we done this year? And it's been worth the money. I want to try to get this up for you lot. Is I don't want to okay, let me get this on for you lot. Here we go. Brilliant picture. All right. Here. What the question is we need to be asking is, was he worth any of the money? Lenglet far too slow, can't cope with the balls over the top. His saving grace is his passing ability, but we need defensive ability, which he's lacking. Brilliant, and it's literally exactly what he is. I mean, he's far too slow. His passing ability is just about good. We need complete. If we're going for anyone, we need a defensive player. I don't want anyone else. I just want defensive players. Always. It's so hard to ask. I don't get it anymore. It's really not that hard to ask. All right. Let me get the preview. There we go. Okay. Hopefully you lot can see this. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Richarlison, 58 mil. Was he worth it? Christian Romero, we signed him this season for 50 mil. Probably our best transfer. Yves Bissouma, 29 mil. Destiny Doji, 18 mil. Also very, very good signing. Looking forward to him for next year. Jed Spence, 14 mil. Love the player to bits. I think he's an outstanding player. Doesn't get time at Tottenham Hotspur. Pathetic. Pedro Porro. He is, well, right now on loan, but we will sign him. Arnautovic Danjuma, loan, but he's going back. Pathetic. Perisic, free transfer. Fraser Forster, free transfer. Big W on that Fraser Forster transfer. Clement Lenglet, I'm a big fan of Fraser Forster. Clement Lenglet, loan offer, go back to Barcelona. Tanguy Ndombele, fair enough. We loaned him out. He's end of loan June 30th. Giovanni Lo Celso, this year's going to be the end of his loan. Brian Gill, we loaned him out. Pape Matar Sarr, back at Tottenham Hotspur. These are the stuff that Tottenham Hotspur are doing. Big up Josh. The flag behind you is collapsing like last year's defense. Yeah, we are literally equivalent to last year. Look at that. I mean, the flag doesn't even want to stay up. I mean, with that bad. I got a massive cold. So where was I? Yes. So hopefully there will be some change. I'm hoping that there will be some change in terms of the sporting director once we do appoint a sporting director, because I genuinely do believe that Tottenham Hotspur are just falling apart right now, like completely. Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, we're so close to 120. So if you guys can subscribe, would very much appreciate it. And it just helps the channel out a bit more. It gives it a bit more motivation. See that many more people enjoy the content that I produce. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy it, make sure you subscribe and yeah, comment down below. Now, guys, we will be going out for a quick break for about 30 seconds, a minute. So stay tuned because we will be back. We will be back. Yes, guys. All right. Thanks for a little bit. I had to just blow my I'm telling you, my cold. But we're back at it. So look, Ange Postecoglou, master plan for success. I think he will succeed at Tottenham Hotspur. I've done a little bit of looking into. I'm not too keen at the fact that he's get bit hyped up because he won the Scottish Premiership. I'm not too happy because let's be honest. Again, I'm gonna look at the Scottish Premiership. Who really fights for it? Rangers. Rangers. So look, let's be honest. They are 7 points off second place, Celtic. I mean above, and then third place. So just so you guys know, again, 99 points for Celtic, 92 points for Rangers, and then just 57 points for the third place. I think it's a little bit pathetic. Honestly, I think it's a little bit pathetic. Richie's first touch is awful. He's got pace but doesn't use it to be more effective. Has to time his runs better. His saving grace, work ethic, and shells were great, but we needed goals and he didn't deliver. So this is my question to you: would you pay 58 mil for him? Answer that question. I'm waiting for the response. 58 mil for Richarlison. Just putting that out there. I love the player. Think great attitude. Was he worth the 58 mil? Questionable. Again, looking at the Scottish Premiership, you got first place 99 points Celtic, second place Rangers 92 points. Congrats to them, absolutely smashed it. But then you got third place 57 points. I don't think he's gonna do well if on his first season Tottenham. Honestly, I don't. I think there's a long way for him to go if he does join the Tottenham Hotspur. And it's I really want to. I'm gonna back the manager every single day when he comes. When he comes, and if he comes, he's gonna be backed by me. I'm gonna give him so much credit and everything because I do believe that that's what you need to do when you get a manager. But I'm not going to be surprised if he leaves. I'm not going to be surprised when he leaves. Let's hope you owners back him in the transfer window. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Our owners backed Conte, but he screwed up. He screwed up. So we just need to hope that either Daniel Levy won't screw up or Ange Postecoglou doesn't screw up. Let's be honest. Spurs on sabbatical. Yes, mate. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it. Any news on signings? It's dead. Man, it's dead. We're trying to get a manager right now, and we can barely even get a manager. Do you know how pathetic this is? We can't even get a manager right now. I mean, if you guys do want to join again, link here. Love to hear your thoughts on what's happening right now. I just went over the signings. We have made big signing. Let's be honest. Bissouma, big signing. Richarlison, big signing. Ivan Perisic, big signing. Pedro Porro, big signing. But have they really done anything? Signings right now, not much up there. Obviously, we're linked with the Chuku. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. His name is Chuku Weza for 20 mil as part of a deal that was solidified Giovanni Lo Celso permanent transfer to Villarreal. That's what we posted on our Instagram. Levy saving money, but by not having to pay managers wages, he did the same thing with Nuno. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Let's be honest. Are you surprised? Um, what else? Other news regarding Tottenham Hotspur? Nah, Luis Enrique. I'm just interested. Dan Levy has engaged in discussions with Luis Enrique, the unemployed former coach of Barcelona and Spain, who is being sought for, who's being looked after by Napoli, the reigning champions of Syria, as a potential successor to Luciano Spalletti. Recently, Napoli president Aurelio da Laurentiis asserted that Enrique has set his sights out on the Premier League for his next managerial options. So, should we appoint Luis Enrique? Should we or not? Never heard of him. I'll have to ask Danny Rose to Google search his name for me, lol. I mean, yeah, Angel Postecoglou. Um, all right. What else? We've got Harry Kane news. Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid manager, is very, very, very keen on bringing a striker to Real Madrid. Harry Kane has already said no to Bayern, so it looks like either Real Madrid or nothing. Carlo Ancelotti is keen on acquiring a top-tier striker with players like Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur and Victor Osimhen on his radar. However, Real Madrid's preference lies in more economical alternatives, like Joselu or Roberto Firmino. That's according to Mario Cortegana via Madrid Extra. Yeah, yeah. Harry has zero ambition. He ain't leaving us. I 100% agree. I don't think he's going to leave us at all. But if he does, he's going to go for Real Madrid or for just Real Madrid, really. He's just going to go for Real Madrid. He wants to stay in the Tottenham Hotspur, though. He wants to stay in the Premier League to beat the record. Why would you not? You're 40 goals away. You're 40 goals away. You want to stay. 100% agree. What else have we got to talk about? Any questions you lot have to ask? I'm interested to know what your thoughts are regarding yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed as well, please subscribe. We are so close to 1.0k. So yeah, let's see. Any questions in the chat? All right, we got a question. We got a question. Wasn't there an announcement today about Levy warning of a limited budget because we still have to sign Paul and Kulu? Even if there was, Paul and Kulu is 30 something mil to sign. Paul is 40 something mil to sign. The question is, it isn't if Levy warned of a limited budget. It's the fact that we will have a limited budget because we got to sign Poro and Kulu. Poro and Kulu to Daniel Levy is the signings. It's not like us where we already know, oh yeah, Poro and Kulu are Tottenham Hotspur players. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. We're talking about around 70 mil for both of them. Now, is it worth signing Poro and Kulu for 70 mil? That's the question. Which needs to be sold, getting Awani, a Liverpool academy player, ripping up, keeping Forest up in a bad Forest team, scored 10 27 matches. Is he really worth it? We need a top player right now. That's the fact. We need a top player. I don't want any youngsters. I want a big name right now. I really do. And I'm, to be honest, I'm not really in the mood for any youngsters. I really want like a good player right now. I can't be bothered for a youngster. Why? Because until they learn how to play, it's gonna take time. It really is gonna time. Yes, question. Højbjerg, keep or sell? Oh, Højbjerg, keep or sell? I'm gonna say keep, but next window we need to sell him or bench him at least because we need to have better quality. Better quality. Højbjerg keeps on making mistakes. He keeps on making mistakes. He doesn't do the basics, which is keep passing, just pass. So for now, keep. It's a great excuse to hang on for Levy, but by making loan signings for future transfer windows, so he can say we will have a limited budget because we still have to pay for the loan. Exactly. I think we'll raid Leeds for 2 or 3 players. Okay, this is the thing. Let's go for it. Who are we gonna get from Leeds? The keeper I ain't taking. I'm not taking any of their fullbacks slash centre backs. You must be kidding. Then we got Pereira, interesting player. Sorry, not Pereira. What's his name? Manos Solomon. We got no, bloody hell. What's his name? Uh, 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 um, on my days, I forgot what his name is. What's that midfielder called from Leeds? Oh my days. I'm trying to look now what the midfielder's called. Weston McKennie. We got Weston McKennie, which we probably could get. He looks decent. Exactly, we need technical midfielder with composure on the ball. So look, there's plenty of names out there. Weston McKennie looks good. And that's really it. Harrison's okay. Rodrigo is okay. Rodrigo potentially for top for Harry Kane. Who knows? Jack Harrison left winger very fast with a wonderful cross on him. Koch centre back average and Tyron something in defensive midfielder. All play full leads. Koch absolutely not. Tyron absolutely not. Jack Harrison, maybe Rodrigo, maybe Weston McKennie, yes. Weston McKennie has a terrible time with Leeds, bang average. I think it's because Leeds are just rubbish. If you put him into a Tottenham Hotspur team, I think he smashes it at Tottenham Hotspur because he plays as a box-to-box type of player. I don't know if you've seen him at Juventus, but he's a box-to-box player. I think he looks solid if we do sign him, if we do appoint him. And I think especially with Ange Postecoglou, he'll be a decent addition to the team. We are 2 subscribers away from the 20 mark, 1.02k. I believe we are trying to get Solomon for Fulham on a free. He's a left winger. Solomon's a fantastic player, brilliant. And I would love to get him to Tottenham forever. Yes, mate. Hey, Josh, how are you doing? Look, the live stream's here. If you want to join StreamYard here, obviously click it down there. Yeah, good to see you, mate. So Manon Solomon, absolutely love the player. I think he's a complete game changer if we do sign him. If we do sign him, absolute game changer, and he will definitely boost our attack. He needs a lot of mentoring and help, but I believe he can smash it for Tottenham Hotspur, especially now that we need an extra player in the attack because Lucas Moura is left and that Danjuma is probably going to leave, so we need at least one. But the main focus should be on the defense. Because I can't do this anymore. We need a defender. There was a mention of centre back Nelson Anderson, a Danish centre back playing for Galatasaray in Turkey. I think is it um I think I know who you're talking about. I think who is it? Who is this? Um Okay, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. But I'm a bit busy, but no worries, no worries. Cheers for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. So again, the let's go back to the main point of this whole thing. The game changer at Tottenham Hotspur is going to be Ange working with Harry Kane and, in my opinion, Christian Romero. Um, what a channel. Yes, Ali Simmons. Cheers for joining. Appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Look at this flag absolutely falling down, just like Tottenham Hotspur right now. Tar, yes, Tar, Indika. Thanks, Tottenham Forever. Remember, because I said it on his channel. Absolute ballers. They are ballers. Tar and Indika. Would love to get them. Indika going on a free this season, this summer. Would love to point. Would love to sign him. But question is, would Daniel Levy, splash the cash? Who knows? And I think one of the major signs we need to get is obviously a Cam. Obviously, James Madison's everyone is on everyone's radar, and it's gonna be a big transfer for James Madison. I wonder where he's gonna end up. I really do. I really do. I think he's gonna end up in a very interesting team. Um, Leverkusen would want 40 mil for Tar. I think so. Levy won't be signing him. Yeah, 40 mil. I'm gonna. I don't know. 40 mil is interesting. 40 mil is interesting. I'll tell you why. Because if you think about it, would Levy spend that amount of money again without making it back, just like this year? I don't know. United Spurs of America, I'm on my way. Cheers, mate. I appreciate it. I think most of our signing will be in the 15 to 25 mil bracket. I want to agree with you, but I don't think I can because Tottenham wants to have to make big signings this summer. Big signings because we're in a big mess right now. Would like to do an interview with you on Tottenham at some point, bro. No worries. Hit me up on Spurs Live Instagram. We are very much there. Pumping out the latest news regarding Tottenham Hotspur as we love to do. So yeah, I'm trying to see what's happening on Twitter right now. Any news coming out, and you guys can get it live. There's not much coming out right now. All we know is is Yannick Carrasco, by the way. I can't remember if you guys know this, but I think it was last summer or in the winter, we linked with Yannick Carrasco. I saw his game against what was it called? Who did they play? Atletico played. Um, they, they they just played recently. They actually just played recently. How did they play? On Sunday, yes, that's correct. On Sunday they played. They played Real Sociedad. I don't know about Yannick Carrasco, to be fair. I don't know about him. He looked a bit meh. He looked a bit meh. He looked a bit meh. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy watching it. I mean, I do. I occasionally watch La Liga, occasionally, but I don't know. I don't know, mate. We ain't gonna get Madison. We ain't making big signings. Madison and Barnes are not coming to Spurs. Madison probably gonna go to Newcastle. Barnes couldn't care less where he goes, to be honest. Carrasco, is 29 years of age. He's not coming to Spurs. Yeah, he's not coming to Spurs. And wouldn't want him. What are your thoughts on the keeper situation, though? We got David Raya. We've got a whole load of players linked with Tottenham Hotspur. So look. By the way, this is latest news. And hey, Postecoglou. Sorry, give me a second. And hey, Postecoglou has insisted he has not spoken to Spurs. No discussions about Spurs. I know you find that surprising. That's hard for you to understand because you are not me. You are not in my skin. You don't live and breathe this job, and I have what Saturday means to me. These players, this football club, there's nothing more important apart from my family, obviously, than that game. It's not just about me. This club is planning for next year, planning to bring in players. There is a full range of conversations going on, but my focus is on making sure we win a game of football, which is very, very important to us. That is what Ange Postecoglou said about Celtic regarding Tottenham Hotspur rumours. Who would you see as our new manager? Postecoglou. I'm gonna be honest. Postecoglou. He's gonna be our new manager, unfortunately. My number one is the Valencia keeper, 6'4" and brilliant on the floor, and his cat-like reflexes. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Mine is probably David Raya. If not David Raya, I would love Pickford. I think he's brilliant. Honestly, I'd rate him. I really do rate him. Yes, his name is Vincent Nelson, Danish centre back who plays for Galatasaray. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. All right, guys, we got the man, the myth, the legend. He's been on the show before. From Spurs United America. I'm pretty sure. I hope I said that correct. Before Adam, I'm gonna make sure I said that correct. Where was he? United Spurs America. Got it completely incorrect. But welcome to the show. Yes, Jacob. How are you doing?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Jacob. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I didn't really help you out there with my intro either because I didn't really have it in my name. I thought I did, but apparently
So
I
you
did
know,
not.
I can edit it if you want.
Oh no, dude, don't worry about it. This is not a problem at all. How you doing?
How you
How you
doing?
doing?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's funny to me. I've been listening to you, and it sounds like you don't want Mr. Ainge Postacoglu.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, I just want to know who you think we could actually get realistically outside of a guy who's going on to win something over there at Celtic.
Yeah. Okay. So
Big
look,
up, Tottenham.
we got plenty of well, not plenty. We got a lot of managers out there that are listed in the in obviously as a manager's candidates. We got Nagelsmann, who obviously is not anymore. We got Luis Enrique. We got Graham Potter. We got Ange Postecoglou. We got many managers out there. In my opinion, if it was completely out of my interest, I would take Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon, 100%. Um, if it's not for what's the name? Amaron, I would take Graham Potter. I know he's an ex-Chelsea manager. I know people hate him, but you've got to understand when right now we need a leader type of thing, and he understands it. He demands respect. Graham Potter demands respect. He's managed a big team, Chelsea. He manages it. He knows how to take a club from Brighton from bad and bring them up.
I'll pause you
Yeah,
for a second with the Brighton thing, just because I think the most pertinent thing with that is their scouting, their recruiting is all in line because they did not miss a beat. In fact, they got better when another manager came in. They
yeah,
lost players and they got better. They lost Trossard. They lost Basuma to us. You know what I'm saying? They lost a lot of the things that made them really good. And for me, man, I just think that Potter's really not. He doesn't move the needle at all for me. I feel like that's a Levy band-aid.
Who's yours? Who's yours?
I really wanted Arne
Yeah.
Slot,
Oh,
whatever his
sorry.
name is.
I love
I
him as
really
well.
wanted him, but
Forgot
he
about
turned
him.
us
Yeah.
down. And the fact that we can't lure manager away from the Eredivisie, to me, is a really bad sign of where our club's at this point. So,
Is that due to the system of Tottenham Hotspur, to the name of Tottenham Hotspur, or was that due to Daniel Levy? Why do you think he turned us down?
I think the reason he turned us down was for many things. I mean, if you look at our track record with managers, we've had two world class managers in here. Most recently, Conte, Jose Mourinho. Obviously, Nuno, I wouldn't put in that category, but I mean, hey, he still won.
Yeah.
He just won his second trophy since leaving us, so he's having a good time.
Yeah.
But for us, the fact that we failed so many managers, that's an obvious indication that there's problems, right? Like, no one's saying that there's not problems, but I also agree when we're in a final, that's not down to Daniel Levy. Only one that I'll put on him is the Carabao Cup final, because sacking a manager 6 days before a final, 5 days before a final, whatever it was, is actually horrendous.
Yeah.
But like the Champions League final, Daniel Levy wasn't at fault that Harry Kane didn't step up that day. So, but he did, you could argue, put us in that position, right, to be playing in
Yeah.
that final. So I think when you blame someone, you have to blame everyone, because the glove fits everyone. It's just a matter of like who gets more blame. And of course, I would put it on management. I would put it on the mismanagement of a club, a football club, essentially uh, becoming a brand instead of a football club. And that's what's
Yeah.
happened with Tottenham Hotspur. What it's done is it's made a lot of money for the people up top, but it's made the product very diluted and weakened for the fans. And I think that is the underlying problem with this club, and that's years and years of that. So that's, I guess,
When
a
you
long
so
form
when
way
you
of
say
answering your
managing,
question. Yes, it
wh-
is.
when you say managing, what do you mean in terms of managing? In terms of managing the football club like Daniel Levy, or in terms of managing the team, Antonio
Not
Conte,
just
Jose
not
Mourinho?
just Daniel Levy. I'm blaming Enoch Group as well, because Daniel Levy, while yes, he's making horrendous football decisions, it's Enoch Group who has not said, "Hey, you're not good at the football side. Let's just keep you with brand and marketing and
Yeah.
PR, etc., and we'll get someone who can actually keep the club in a sustainable,
So you're basically saying owners,
trying for success." So I'm saying yes, it's the owners. It's not just the
owners in
board.
general.
It's not just Daniel Levy. It is the
Yeah.
owners' fault that we are in this position, and
Yeah.
Daniel Levy, and our managers, and our players. But those are those are lower down. You know what I'm saying? The high
100%.
up, shit rolls downhill. Sorry for cursing, but that's just the
No.
reality of it.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast, in my opinion. So when I put the blame, I put it on more than just Levy. I think that's the easier answer, because he's a face, the bald,
Yeah.
shiny head. We can all look at it and
Yeah.
laugh, and it's fun. So, but for me, when it comes to blaming, he's not solely to blame. There's other people who need to be blamed as well.
I wanna agree with you, because I think what you said is very, very, very clever. The fact that it's a shared blame. If I was to put percentage on who I'm blaming, I'm putting 70% on Daniel Levy, 30% on the team. Simple reason why. I'm putting 70% on Daniel Levy. Why? Because at the end of the day, with every single thing, doesn't matter. With every single thing, he's got the final say. Let's be honest, he's got the final say. If Daniel Levy wants Harry Kane to start, he'll make sure Harry Kane starts. Let's be honest, he'll make sure Harry Kane starts.
You
The
think Daniel Levy has that kind of say, where he can say,
has that kind of say, and
or do you
I'll
think
tell
it
you
was
what.
Kane
Yeah.
who has that kind of pull with the club? Because
What?
are you talking about in regards to the final when he was
I'm
not
I,
fully?
I'm talking about regards to everything, absolutely everything. If Daniel Levy wants a player to start, he won't stop until that player starts. Now this is what I mean. I don't mean directly force them to start him. I know will. Daniel Levy is in charge of who will start at a team. Daniel Levy is in charge of who's the sporting director of the team. Daniel Levy is in charge of the kitmans. Daniel Levy is in charge of every single thing. So if the manager's not doing well, then the sporting director didn't do his due diligence to check that this manager knows how to play football, do a basic
I,
thing.
I agree with you because Daniel Levy's not. I'm not trying to absolve him of
Yeah,
any blame here. I'm definitely much saying yes, he is a part of the problem, but to me, it's a whole building of people that is the problem. And the players exclude the players because football is football, and you win sometimes, you lose sometimes. It's just the nature of the beast. And we had
yeah,
an amazing run, but we were there, right? Our squad was there or thereabouts. And the fact that we did nothing to continue or to make that better so we can then elevate ourselves again and go again and try to win that Champions League final the next year. Look at Real Madrid. They win it. The next year, they're damn near close to it.
yeah,
This is clubs that sustain success because they realize once you get your squad up there, if you just keep putting in some real critical pieces, smart pieces, have people in line making these decisions of smart footballing pieces for your club to sustain the success, then by all means build a go-kart track underneath the thing. But I want to see a
yeah,
trophy lifted on the field and then put a go-kart track underneath it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? There's priorities. So I do agree, but it's not Daniel Levy who said, I'm going to build a go kart. That's the company saying, we're going to explore this option of F1 go karts for people. We're the number one tourist attraction in London. If you
yeah.
TripAdvisor right now, number one is doing all the shits at the stadium, the skywalk, the
Literally, the
tour,
Skywalk.
come kick a ball out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
for me, it just it's a whole systematic problem. And you look at the main thing that I'm really upset about, Josh, if I can tell you
yeah,
what really upsets me right now, is the fact I look at players that have been here in our academy and don't see a positive or a clear pathway from the
100%
academy to
agree.
our first team. It's very upsetting to me because honestly, that part to me, like Nani Madueke, he just sold for 30 mil to Chelsea. He looked pretty bright. You take a look at
It's
Marcus
simple things
Edwards.
though. It's simple things though. Like you see, if you look at the past, let's go for 5 years. Yeah, who's come up from the Tottenham Hotspur team who has been good? Let's start with Oliver Skip. You got. I don't know anyone else. I don't know anyone else who's come up. Who's come up? You got obviously Kyle Walker Peters sold because that's just Tottenham. Um, yeah, that's basically it. We got one player who currently starts in Tottenham Hotspur team, whilst you got City who constantly bring up players, United constantly bring up players, Liverpool constantly. Now look, we can go on at Daniel Levy or this whole club forever, but I want to ask your opinion because it looks like Ange Postecoglou, I can't even pronounce his name, is going to be signing for Tottenham Hotspur. He's going to be appointed as a new Tottenham Hotspur manager. He's a front runner he's a front runner and yeah, it looks like he's going to be appointed. What are your thoughts on Ange, and how do you think he will
Is it
change
Anhe
Tottenham?
or is it Ainge?
I don't know. Ange,
I think
Ainge,
it's Ainge Postacoglu. That's what I've heard my Australian friend
yeah,
Paul Beatty. He's the first person who ever mentioned this man's name to me, and I'd never heard it prior. So he's definitely someone not on my radar. And I'll give you a few positives of why, if we do appoint this guy, why I think it's not all bad. Because number
yeah,
one, if you watch some of the videos that he's done, he is a very motivational person. He's a very strong, a very bravado type of personality, and I think he could bring some of that to our squad. And honestly, like I don't watch Celtic. I don't watch the Scottish League. I didn't watch him, when he was in Australia doing his thing. But
yeah.
for me, where I'm personally at is if he comes in, I have zero expectations for the guy. I don't
Is
think
that a
he's
good
going to
thing? Is that a
succeed.
good thing?
I don't think he's going to succeed. But that's the thing, Josh. I don't think any manager you bring in right now is going to succeed under the way the current system is. So if this guy
Yeah,
comes in and he does well, it's all positives. But if he does nothing, then I'm still just like I don't care. I'm at a
yeah.
point where it doesn't matter who my manager is. If it's Nagelsmann, I mean, we had the special one. He won a conference final, was in playing in one the next year, just the better one. So for me, when you look at our track record, I just have no hope that we could do things right. So when you bring a guy like Ange Postecoglou, I really just think that
It's a
you,
waiting
you have
man to
nothing
go.
to lose. Who else is there that we're gonna get? What I mean, are we going to start pulling MLS managers? What league? Scottish division is not. I feel like it gets shitted upon harshly just
It's
because
bad.
it's like. But I
It's really
mean,
bad.
is it?
Let's be honest, it's really
I
bad.
don't.
It's
I don't watch it, so I don't know. But like, if you come in and your team hasn't won it for some time, and then you
yeah.
pull a treble out of your ass, I say, hey, this guy might be able to do something. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna share with you the. I don't know if you were there when I shared
The
the screen.
statistics versus who were they playing?
Here we go. Here we go.
That's the thing. I can only name you three teams out of that league:
There we
Rangers,
go.
Celtic, Bohemian, or Hibernian, or something.
Okay, so this is the team. So Celtic obviously 99 points, Rangers 92. Then look at the drop off though. Look at the drop off. This is not. I don't understand how this is a. How you can call this a good
What
league because
drop
it's
off? That's a
not.
7 point. They won the league by 7 points. If that's, I
57 though.
can't really see it. Can you zoom that in?
Oh, sorry. So yeah,
Command plus. If you're on a Mac.
yeah. Can you see that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
So that's 57 points at third place. That's really poor.
Look at that. Goals for, goals against 114,
Yeah, brilliant.
34. I mean,
And that's what I
34
was
goals
talking about.
allowed. That
That's what I'm
sounds kind of
talking about.
nice.
It's good. Yeah, it sounds amazing for Tottenham. But
Yeah.
look, if you think
I'll
about
take
it,
that goal differential
I'll take it ahead of the
all
60,
day.
60 something. Mate, it's
80
so much
goal
better than Tottenham.
differential. Jesus.
Look, there's no doubt they had an exceptional season. But then, look, in terms of their style of play, from what I understand,
Mhm.
Celtic love pressure, love doing pressure, love passing the ball close. The question to me to you is, can Tottenham Hotspur play the possessioning football? Because right now we don't. Let's be honest, we don't play
Well,
possessioning football.
I think that's a clearly we need to revamp this. We need to gut out. Here's my rule, Josh, and this is what I think. I'm curious if anyone else out there agrees or disagrees with this because I've been saying this for a couple weeks now.
Yeah,
If your name is not Harry Kane or Heung-min Son and you've been at this club for 4 more years, you have to go. And now I understand that that includes a long slew of players. So obviously, once you take that group of players, then you can rank them like priority number one, priority number two. And obviously, defense, our back line is priority. But the thing is, even talking about that, like we need a damn manager. We need a director of football.
yeah.
We need a plan because how are we going to know which players to get rid of, which ones to bring in if we don't know what system we're going to play?
My question, yeah, my question is to you is the fact that though, okay, say say Emerson Royale, we all want him out, yeah. How do we know that with Ainge, he's not going to be amazing? He could be fantastic with Ainge. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I really do. So yeah, we don't know. We don't know if he's going to be good with Ainge. You know, you've got several players like Eric Dyer who could evolve as a central defensive midfielder if we don't sign one. How do we know? We don't know right now. You're mute. You're mute. No, I'm just saying,
No,
just
no,
putting it out there.
no, 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 no.
I
You're
agree.
going to
I
make me
agree.
come up out my screen and fly to UK and find you, Josh, because listen, no, Eric Dyer has got to go. He is a main
but is he?
problem.
Is he gonna go? Let's face it. Is he gonna go?
No, because he's group chat FC with Daniel Levy. Same thing Hugo
Fair.
Lloris did. He's going to leave. He's going to go back to drink driving in France. He's going to have a good time with all that wine out there. Um, and that's our damn captain, the
Yeah.
man who's supposed to be a leader of men, and he
The
does
only
that
time
to
I've
us.
ever
Don't.
seen him be a leader was the Son incident that Jose Mourinho famously loved and watched. You know, the fact that right now I think when if Ainge does come in and he wants to turn around this Tottenham Hotspur team, he's got a lot of work to do. Quick question, because I think we're gonna end off here. Top three signings that you want Tottenham Hotspur to sign in the summer that you really do think Ange or Ainge, Postecoglou, the most difficult. This is the worst name, honestly. If you told me
Here, I'll teach you.
to pronounce his name,
Pause.
Post
Postacoglu. Post.
Postecoglou,
There you
Postecoglou.
go.
There we go, fantastic.
Postacoglu.
You learn something every day. Postecoglou.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
what's your top three signings for Postecoglou?
Um, I said we need a center back, and a cheap one right now. Connor Cody, 4.5 mil. You can get Connor Cody, or maybe Max Kilman. I would go personally. I like Mickey Van de Veen. He's young,
Okay.
he's fast, he's tall. He plays for Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. So that would be one because it's realistic, it's cheap, and I think in today the way that he plays, well, I guess the way I'm assuming he plays. Um,
No, fair enough. Yeah.
my second, I would like Xavi Simons. He can play left mid, right mid, center mid. He can play the 10, right wing, left wing. He's a pretty versatile kid. He went on a free last year from PSG to PSV. But he had a brilliant season this season. I've been following him for a couple of years now, and I think he's really talented. Maybe like a Luca Romero from
30 mil.
Lazio. What's that?
Yeah. He'll cost you 30 mil.
Who?
Xavi Simons.
Perfect. 30 is not a
Yeah.
lot. And then I would also go get James Madison
100%. Love to hear that. Yeah,
because
100%.
40 mil for a guy who has 20 plus goal contributions in consecutive seasons, most recently last season and this season. For 40 mil, that's a steal because when you look at return on investment with Richarlison, it's not been good. I think James Madison could give us at least two. I'd sign him to a 2-year contract, maybe a 3-year, if I'm being generous. But
Brilliant. No, full stop. Like I completely agree with you. There's nothing more for me to add. I think you covered the centre back. You covered the versatility player.
a creative midfield.
A
Yeah.
creative midfield now. And if I could add one more, I'd probably say another centre back, 2 centre backs. But look, Jacob.
Yeah,
where
2
can-
center
where
backs
can-
for sure.
Where can people find you? Yeah, where can people find you?
On YouTube, this title right here says, just do at United Spurs of America. You'll be able to find us. Got a 1 weekly show on Tuesdays, and then a pop-up show that happens every now and then. So it's a little incentive to get people to hit that notification bell because those are also call-ins. I provide the link. You can call in, have your say. But yeah, United Spurs of America on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter at USpurs of A, Instagram, all the works. You can find us there.
There we go. Link
There it
to
is.
Jacob's channel right down below. Jacob, I appreciate for you coming on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, of course. Appreciate it.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Have a good one. Fantastic, fantastic. I really enjoy having guests on. I really do enjoy it. I think it's a nice way to get to get other people's opinion. Big up Jacob. Yes, thanks so much for the support at Agale Lozil. All right, guys, we're ending off the stream here. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe. We're so close. We're 2 subscribers away from the nice 1.02k, whatever. Just subscribe. Thanks so much. If you enjoy the content, subscribe. If you didn't subscribe, and if you support Tottenham, subscribe. Just subscribe if you are a human being. Thanks so much for watching. Hang on. Peace.